Hello everyone. In this session, you are going to learn the third chapter of your NCERT class 11, which is trigonometric functions. Actually, this word trigonometry is nothing but trigon and metron. Trigon and metron. See, which is derived from Greek. Nothing but from Greek words it is derived trigonometry, which means trigon and metron, which means measuring sides of a triangle. Measuring sides of a triangle. See, in that earlier days, they used it to find sides of a triangle. Nothing but it's a pyramid and all those. See, later on, due to day-to-day inventions, it came to a vast inventions which we will use in everyday life. See, so many of you will put in a status like where we are learning so much of mathematics, but where we are using in everyday life, like a plus b whole square, where we will use, like that you will put, some of you will put status, but it is actually wrong. Why? Because even when it comes to trigonometry, this chapter is only having so much of vast applications in your day-to-day life. See, some of those I will tell now. Applications of trigonometry in everyday life. See, some of those are like construction, in construction field, in civil and mechanical. See, this is a basic concept. You also know in trigonometry, in constructions, we used to find height of buildings, to find where the water will be available in the ground. So for all those we will use trigonometry. And again in crime investigations also. In crime investigation, see how in crime investigation how we use trigonometry means, for example, in a political meetings or in some people gatherings. In some meetings, some shootings will be there. Nothing but they will plan a murder. For example, from the apartment, when for example if it is in a ground, that meeting is in a ground, surrounding apartments will be there. From that apartments they will select any one floor. From that they will shoot from the long distance. See, after that a person will be died, and whenever police will come, they will draw one figure. So that body part they will felt that person who died, they will felt so they will draw diagram. Through that they will investigate. That means, for example, the person is standing like this, suddenly a bullet hit here, and that bullet, if you observe, it went down. That means what they will identify is, if that bullet went down means the shooter hit it from that height, and they will observe in which side they are standing, in north or west, through opposite where are the apartments. In that they will observe that angle in some degrees, whether it hit it in 90 degrees or 75 degrees or 60 degrees from that height. So they all investigate and they will find who is the murderer and from where he is hit and all those. So they are used in crime investigation and also used in marine engineering. Marine engineering. See, we all know that Titanic, a great wonder, a wonderful ship in our world. See, it is submerged due to it hits an iceberg. So through that we got Titanic movie also. So here they did not use the proper technology of trigonometry. So by using the proper technology of the trigonometry, see, from the ship we can send the waves. So for example, if this is the ship, for example, if it is a beach or nothing but a sea or ocean, see, through that ship we can send a waves. For example, if an iceberg is there here, so that waves again it will come back and it will tell that. So if we have an obstacle before us, so we need to change the direction and all those. So based on that waves, when it will come, based on that time, how far it is there. So based on all those we can find by using the knowledge of trigonometry, which we are using in our day-to-day life. Next one, in navigation. In navigation and in flight engineering, and in flight engineering. See, in flight engineering and radars will be there. In that radars, this is showing like 230 degrees north and going, and all those we can tell by using trigonometry. So these are the only some of the applications. Still we have very vast applications like in video games. Generally you don't know that in video games also. So who will invent the video games? Nothing but for example, if you consider a Mario game, that Mario will jump through some walls and all those. He will shoot some bullets. So through which angle it have to deliver the bullet. While that screen will move, the Mario has to jump and go. So while the screen moving, how much with angle we need to jump, how much long distance we need to jump. So those are who invent who designed that Mario game. So they need to understand minimum basics of concepts of trigonometry. Then only they can identify. So these are some of the basic concepts. Still we have very vast applications. If you want, I will tell later. Not only those, in physics also regularly we use the concept of trigonometry in crest and tufts, where in some angle and in some heights will be there. So many n number of problems will be in physics will be done by using the concept of trigonometry, right or not? And not only those, and not only archaeologists also will use, and so many navigation fields, and also in medicine. In medicine also we will use the concept of trigonometry. So these are some of the basic applications what we are using in everyday life. So we have so much of importance we need to give to this chapter, trigonometric functions. If you observe this word trigonometric functions, right? See, you know the concept of functions. What do you mean by function? Function means every element in set A should have unique image in set B. Then how this trigonometry related to functions, those all we will discuss later. So first of all, we will later discuss the concept of trigonometry. As you have discussed in earlier classes like class 10 and class 11, you might know all these like sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, secant theta, cosecant theta. So these 6 trigonometry functions we will consider as generally trigonometric ratios, right? Trigonometric ratios. So actually, but according to the application of acute angle or nothing but a sides ratio, by using sides ratio through this acute angle, so this side we will consider as opposite side. So this is adjacent, and this is we will call it as hypotenuse. According to concept of this, we can define sine is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, cos is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, tan is nothing but opposite by adjacent, nothing but tan theta is nothing but sin theta by cos theta, so opposite by adjacent. So these all we can remember easily by using, see this concept, this is OAO HHA. So many of you might know this OAO HHA. This is nothing but sin, cos, tan in this order. Sin means O by H, nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Cos means A by H, nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So OAO HHA. So and also we know that cot is nothing but 1 by tan theta. 1 by tan is nothing but adjacent by opposite. So if you observe tan opposite, here we can write cot, here we can write secant, here we can write cosecant. Cot means adjacent by opposite. Again secant we can write as 1 by cos theta, which is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent. And again cosecant we can write as 1 by sin theta. So 1 by sin is nothing but hypotenuse by opposite. So which is nothing but OAO HHA. So through this we can define easily sin, cos, tan and all those. So this is by using acute angle or by using sides ratio we can define trigonometric ratios. And again you might learn the trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. So we have 3 very important identities which we will use in first year, second year, even in engineering classes also. Like these are some basic formulas like sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to 1, and secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So these are very important formulas which we will consider as trigonometric identities. And again, when it comes to complementary angles, like sin of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta, cos of 90 minus theta is nothing but sin theta, tan of 90 minus theta, which is equal to cot theta, cot of 90 minus theta, which is equal to tan theta, secant of 90 minus theta, which is equal to cosecant theta, cosecant of 90 minus theta, which is equal to secant theta. See, these are already you might know. This proves what we have done. See, sin theta y opposite by hypotenuse, sin square theta plus cos square theta y is equal to 1, and sin of 90 minus theta y is equal to only cos theta, y not tan theta, y not secant, y not cosecant, all those. So those all derivations also we will give in later classes. But so these basics already you have learned in class 10, right? So many problems, working problems you have done, like finding height of a building and finding our shadows, height of a tower, all those you have done. So you will have a minimum basic concept of all this. And again, when it comes to values, sin, cos, tan, cot, secant and cosecant theta. So when it comes to this, so generally what we will use most are the 0 degrees, right? 0 degrees, 30 degrees, see all of this. See, like 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. So these all we will use generally. So those values also you need to remember permanently, not for temporarily, permanently you need to remember. So those are, so you need to remember first sin values. After that easily you can write whatever you want. For example, if you want tan, cot, whatever you want you can write. Like sin, so in orderly I will write 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and this is 1. So if you learn how to write that sin values, cos is ulta of that sign. So in this order you need to write, like 1 root 3 by 2, this is 1 by root 2 and this 1 by 2 and this is 0. If you observe, when it comes to 45 degrees, sin and cos is same. Sin and cos is same. That means, for example, whenever they ask when sin theta equal to cos theta, when theta equal to pi by 4, nothing but 45 degrees, right? When sin and cos will become equal when sin theta equal to 45 degrees. You need to remember this. You know that tan is nothing but what? Tan means sin by cos. Sin by cos. 0 by 1. 0 by 1 is nothing but 0. So remember this. 0 by any non-zero number. Any non-zero number. 0 by any non-zero number is equal to 0. And any non-zero number by 0 is equal to infinity or nothing but undefined or not defined. Remember this. 0 by any non-zero number values will give 0. Any non-zero number by 0 will give undefined, right? So 0 by 1 is nothing but 0. 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2 is 1 by root 3. 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 is 1. Tan 45 is 1. Next tan 60, root 3 by 2 by 1 by 2 is nothing but root 3. Next 1 by 0. So this is a non-zero number by 0. Nothing but infinity or nothing but not defined. Next cot. Cot is nothing but what? Reciprocate of tan. Reciprocal of tan. So this is 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is not defined. 1 by root 3 is root 3. 1 by 1 is 1. 1 by root 3. 1 by undefined, nothing but 1 by infinity. So you know 1 by 0 is undefined and 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So 1 by undefined is equal to 0. Why 1 by infinity will become 0, sir? Why? Because 1 by this infinity we can write any number by 0. Infinity is nothing but any number by 0 we can write. So 1 by 2 by 0. If we reciprocate this, 0 by 2 it will be. So 0 by any number is 0. So that means 1 by infinity value is 0. But 1 by 0 is in undefined or infinity. Remember this. Next, secant. Secant is nothing but reciprocal of cos. 1 by 1 is 1. This is 2 by root 3. This is root 2. This is 2. 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is not defined. Next, cosecant is nothing but reciprocal of sine. So 1 by 0 is not defined. Next, 1 by 2. 1 by 1 by 2 is 2. This is root 2. And this is 2 by root 3. And this is 1 by 1 is equal to 1. Right? So these are the basic values and formulas you need to recall again. Recall again when we are going to start the chapter trigonometric functions. So all of you please pause the video and note down all the data which is in front of you. Now we will start the actual introduction of this chapter. So this is starting with angle. So actually you know now. So we know three types. This is a line, ray, and a line segment. Line segment. Actually, line means both sides it can be extendable. Both sides it can be extendable. Ray means one side it is fixed, another side we can extend, or to this side or to this side. So this will consider as ray. Line segment is nothing but both sides having end points. So this will consider line segment, right? Now, what do you mean by angle? What do you mean by angle? Angle is a measure of rotation of a given ray. Angle is a measure of rotation of a given ray. For example, if I consider this as a ray, angle is a measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point. For example, from this initial point, if this ray is rotating like this, so it reach it to this. For example, this is O and this is A and this is B. Again, with that OA, this time this is rotating in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction. So it's some angle. So let it be theta. So this one again let it be theta. So we have two types of angles. One is positive angle. One is negative angle. Another one we have is negative angle. So in which the rotation? For example, this is anti-clockwise direction. And this is anti-clockwise. When it comes to this is clockwise. As we know that in clock, that minutes or hours or seconds, it will rotate in clockwise direction, right? So this rotation we will consider as clockwise direction. Opposite to that we will consider as anti-clockwise direction. Out of these two, which we will consider as positive, which we will consider as negative. When that initial ray, we will consider as initial ray or initial side. When the initial ray or side, when it moves in anti-clockwise direction, it comes to this. So this we will consider as terminal side. Terminal means it will stop somewhere. So that side we will consider as terminal side. When it turns in anti-clockwise direction, that angle we will consider as positive angle. Nothing but plus theta or theta. But when that from that initial side, the terminal side, to get this terminal side, when it uses clockwise direction, this angle we will consider as negative angle. This angle we will consider as negative angle. That means whenever a ray moves in clockwise direction, so we will consider it as negative angle. For example, 30 degrees it moved in clockwise, so minus 30 degrees. 30 degrees it moved in anti-clockwise, nothing but positive 30 degrees, nothing but plus 30 degrees. Right? For example, if that initial ray moves from here to here and it stopped, which makes 90 degrees. So this we will consider as right angle. This we will consider as right angle. So which means 90 degrees will be there. Again, if it moves like this, so it will do 180 degrees. again it will rotate up to here, so it came. So total I am telling, total is 270 degrees again, but when it completes one revolution, again it completes one revolution. This is initial side. After rotating, again it comes to initial place, nothing but initial side and terminal side, both are on the same place. So this we can consider as 360 degrees, nothing but one revolution. You can call it as 360 degrees or 0 degrees, both are same. For example, if the tray suddenly it moves from initial side and again it reaches to the same place, that means it is 0 degrees, or you can call it as 360 degrees. But by using the concept of right angle, we have different types of measuring systems of angle. Actually, we know that angle will be measured in degrees, right? 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, right? 0 degrees or 360 degrees, right? So we measure in radius, but we have three types of systems which we can use, which we can measure the angle, how much it rotates. So those we will discuss now. That is, angle is measured in three types of systems. So those are, first one, sexagesimal system, and centesimal system, and circular system. And it is circular system. Here sexagesimal system is nothing but English system or British system. Here centesimal system is nothing but French system. Here circular system, or we can also call this as radian measures, or by using radians. So actually generally throughout the world, which system we are using and we will use is sexagesimal system. Why? Because this is English or British system. Nothing but, the Britishers colonized almost every country in the world. So everywhere they implemented this system, nothing but English system, which the angle will be measured in degrees. Remember guys, angle will be measured in degrees. Next is centesimal system or French system. When you read the history, as like British, that France is also ruled and colonized so many countries. They is also invented in that countries, they invented this system, nothing but French system, which is centesimal system. Nothing but angle will be measured in grades. When it comes to circular system or nothing but radian system, angle will be measured in radians. So nowadays, with respect to the degrees, we are using this radian system in higher mathematics. Anywhere we will use this radians in respect of any country. So one by one we will discuss. So what do you mean by degree, grade and radians? Now, when it comes to degree is a rotation of 1 by 360 of a revolution. Right? Revolution means, one complete revolution is this one. For example, if it is an initial ray, so this one we will consider as one complete rotation. It's a full rotation. In that, what is degree? Degree means rotation of a 1 by 360th degree. 1 by 360th of a revolution. Nothing but in this several parts will be there. It is like it is 1, 2, 3, like that. It will be total 360 parts will be there. In that one part, 1 by 360th of part we will consider as degree. So that degree will represent with a small circle above that value. It's like 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. So like that we will represent a degree. So that is nothing but, this is, we can also call it as 1 degree. And again, that 1 degree is still minimized, as like in a clock. So in between 12 to 1 we'll consider as 1 hour, right? And again that 1 hour will be subdivided by 60 minutes, right? In that again 1 minute will be again subdivided by 60 seconds, right? According to that, here out of 360, 1 will consider as 1 degree. Again that 1 degree again subdivided into 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 60 minutes, that we have represented with this symbol. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. And again that minute still divided into seconds. That 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So that we will represent it with 60 like this. 2 bars above that 60. So this is about degree, and again when it comes to sexagesimal system, which we will consider as English or British system. Next is about grades, or nothing but French system, which we can also call as centesimal system. See here, one complete revolution they have divided into 100 grades. That means one revolution is equal to 100 grades. 100 grades, which we will represent with 100 power small g, right? This is we will represent in terms of grades. Now 1 grade is equal to 1 grade again subdivided. For example, this is 100 parts, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, like 100. In that one part again subdivided into 1 grade is equal to 100 minutes. 100 minutes. So 1 degree is equal to 100 minutes with that symbol, power 1 bar. Next, again 1 minute is again subdivided into 100 seconds. So this is 100 seconds, right? If you observe, when in degrees and grades, when in degrees and in a clock, so we will write as 1 degree is equal to 1 degree. If we compare to hour, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, again 60 minutes equal to 60 seconds. As like that, grades, 1 revolution equal to 100 grades. Again each grade will be subdivided into 100 minutes. Each minute is again subdivided into 100 seconds. So this is the unit of measurement of grades in angle, when it comes to angle, which we will consider as centesimal system. But when it comes to circular system, which is very most important, please concentrate here. When it comes to circular system, which the angle is measured in radians. As you know that pi by 2, this is in terms of radians. We know that pi by 2 equal to 90 degrees, pi is equal to 180 degrees, 2 pi is equal to 360 degrees, right? That means that this is in terms of degrees. When degrees, if we convert in terms of radians, so this in terms of radians, this in terms of degrees. Here, like pi by 6 is equal to 30 degrees, pi by 3 equal to 60 degrees, 2 pi by 3 is equal to 120 degrees, and again 3 pi by 2 is equal to 270 degrees. Like that we will write now. This is nothing but measuring angle in terms of circular system. Now what is a degree? What is a here what is a radian? So that radian we will represent like this, 1 to the power of small c. So this is nothing but 1 radian. Nothing but radian. Now what is the 1 radian value in terms of degrees? In terms of degrees, this is very important. See, for example, we know that pi radians is equal to how many degrees? Pi radians equal to how many degrees? We know that it is 180 degrees, right? Now 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees by pi. 180 degrees by pi, right or not? But we know that pi value, what is pi? Pi is equal to 22 by 7, as we know that. So we will substitute that 22 by 7. So it will become 180 into 7 by 22. Simplify this, 2 90s and this is 2 11s. So which became 90 into 7, which is nothing but 630 by 11. 630 by 11. If we do simplification, we will get 1 radian is equal to in terms of degrees. Observe carefully. So this is the method what you need to follow while I give assignment to you. So 11, which should be divided to 60. 630. 11 how much? 11 5s 55. So here it is 8 and this is 0, and again 11 sevens 77. What is the remainder here? Remainder is 3. When further no simplification, what you need to do is, this you need to write as 57 into 3 by 11. Like mixed fraction you need to write 57 3 by 11. That means radians we are gradually converting into degrees, total degrees. Here this is 57 3 by 11. So this is in terms of degrees, guys. In terms of degrees, this total in terms of degrees. Now again degrees can be converted into minutes now still. Then what we need to do is 57 into 3 by 11 into 60. Why? Because 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, right? So this is 57 degrees 3 by 11. 3 by 11 is also degrees now. So 3 by 11 in terms of minutes. So 3 by 11 into 60. So which will be 180 by 11. Again you simplify. 11 ones 11. Again this is 70. 11 6 66. Again remainder is 4. So this we can write as 57 degrees. 57 degrees. From this 3 by 11 into 360, what we need to write is 16 minutes 4 by 11. 16 minutes 4 by 11. Again this is degrees minutes in terms of seconds. How to do? 4 by 11 into what? 60 need to do. So 57 degrees 16 minutes 4 6. 240 again we need to divide with 11. 11 2s is 22. This is 20. 11 ones 11, which is the remainder 9. 21 9 by 11 is approximately equal to 22 seconds. So the 1 radian value which is equal to 57 degrees 16 minutes 22 minutes approximately. So this is, you need to remember, this is the value of 1 radian. Now I will state the relation between radian and a degree. Relation between radian and a degree. And degree. As we know that degree symbol is, for example, x to the power of 0. We represent this like this, degrees. When it comes to radians, we will represent like this, x power c, or we will use pi by 2 or pi by 4, pi by 3, like that. Now already we have found out that 1 to the power c, nothing but 1 radian is equal to how much? It is 57 degrees 16 minutes 22 seconds, or you can simply remember 57 degrees 16 minutes also, no problem, but final approximately it is 57 degrees 16 minutes 22 seconds. Now if you want degree, 1 degree value, 1 degree in terms of what? In terms of radians. So to find 1 radian, what we have used? 180 by pi. Now to find 1 degree, we need to do pi by 180, which is, we know that pi value 22 by 7 by 180, which is equal to 22 by 7 into 180. If you simplify, what you will get is 0.01746 approximately. These two values you need to remember, right? 1 radian in terms of degrees, 1 degree in terms of radians. So this is the relation between radian and degree. But when it comes to national convention is nothing but how to find radians from degrees and how to find degrees from radians. So those are by using these two formulas. See, to find radians, it should be pi by 180 into degrees. What they will give, right? If you want to find radians from degrees, the formula is pi by 180 into degrees. Always remember, if you want radians in upper side, pi should be there. Now if you want degrees, when they give radians, the formula is 180 by pi into the radians, how many they will give. If you want degrees, 180 should be there in upper side. If you want radians, pi should be there in upper side. For example, convert 60 degrees to radians. To where we are converting? To radians we are converting. So which formula we need to use? Pi by 180 into how many degrees they are given? 60. So which is 61, 63, which is equal to pi by 3. So 60 degrees in terms of radians. Next, if they give, for example, if they give pi by 4, this is in terms of radians. If you want to convert into degrees, this formula you need to use, which is 180 by pi into radians. How many they are given? Which is pi by 4. So pi cancel, 180 by 4, which is equal to 45 degrees. So like that we will find, we will convert actually radians to degrees and degrees to radians, which is very important for 1 mark question. Compulsory they will ask 1 mark question based on how to convert, they will ask convert 4 radians into degree measure, like that. So those problems we will solve now. Now we will discuss some of the examples through which I will be assignment for you. That is converting 4 radians into degree. Radians into degree measure. This question is converting 60 degrees 30 minutes into radian. If you observe, radians to degree, degrees to radian. See, first when it comes to this one, we know that, right? We know that 1 radian is equal to how many degrees? Which is 180 by pi, right? 180 by pi. Don't write the simplified value. You write only this 180 by pi. Now, how many radians we need? We need 4 radians. Which is equal to 180 by pi into 4. 1 radian means 180 by pi into 1. 4 radians means 180 by pi into 4. So which is, you substitute pi value, which is 180 by 22 by 7 into 4. If you simplify this, 2 90s, 2 11s, which we can write 90 into 4 into 7 divided by 11. So 9 4s 36, nothing but 360 into 7 by 11, which is equal to 700, which is 2520 by 11. See, after getting this P by Q form, what you need to do? You need to do division, you need to do. So 11 you need to divide to 2520. So if you divide 11 2s 22, so remainder 3, this is 2. Again 11 2s 22, here remainder 10, and again you subtract this 0. So 11 9s 99. Here what is the remainder? 1. Now what you need to write is 229 degrees. 229 degrees 1 by 11. 1 by 11, right? 229 degrees 1 by 11. Nothing but, so to convert into proper degrees, so into 60 you need to write. So this is in terms of degree. To convert into minutes, 1 by 11 into 60. So nothing but 60 by 11 again you need to do. 11 5s 55, 5 is the remainder. So next step, 229 degrees 5 minutes 5 by 11. 5 minutes 5 by 11 into what? Into 60 to convert into seconds. So 5 60s 300 with 11. 11 2s 22, again 8, remember 80, this is 11 7 77, which is remainder 3. So which is approximately 229 degrees 5 minutes 27 seconds approximately. So which is the value of what? Is the value of 4 radians. 4 radians is equal to 229 degrees 5 minutes 27 seconds. See how to simplify is, if you want for example 10 radians, 180 by pi into 10, you replace the value of pi with 22 by 7. Don't write 3.14, the decimals will be complicated to simplify. So write pi value 22 by 7 only. Then you simplify it, you will get P by Q form. While simplifying P by Q form like this, you will get one remainder, single remainder. So then what you need to do, this first one you need to consider as degrees. Next again what you will get, you will get like this. This is in terms of minutes. After doing again you will get in terms of seconds. These 3 values you need to consider. But while converting this degrees into minutes into 60, while converting minute into seconds into 60 you need to do. So like this we need to convert radians in terms of degree. This is for 1 mark. Next, convert 60 degrees 30 minutes into radian measure. So here also we know that 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians, right? Now here how many degrees we need? 60 degrees 30 minutes we need. So first of all we will simplify this degrees and minutes whole in terms of degrees. Why? Because here we have only in terms of degrees, not in terms of minutes and seconds. So this minutes also will convert in terms of degrees. So we know that 60 minutes equal to 1 degree, right? If we divide by 2, so that is nothing but 30 minutes is equal to half degree. 30 minutes equal to half degree. So this 60 minutes, that 60 degrees 30 minutes we can write as 60 degrees into 1 by 2. So this is nothing but 260 is 120 plus 1 by 2. Nothing but 121 by 2. This is nothing but a mixed fraction, right? Now, so what we got? 60 degrees 30 minutes in terms of degrees, that is radians is pi by 180 into what? Into 121 by 2, which is equal to 121 pi by 360. This is what in terms of radians. 60 degree 30 minutes in terms of radians is 121 pi by 360. Again you observe carefully how to convert degrees into radian is, if they given directly degrees, like convert 90 degrees like that. If they given only in terms of degrees, pi by 180 into 90 you do. Pi by 180 into 90 you do. 91s, 92s, which we will get pi by 2. So directly we will get if they give in terms of only degrees. But if they give in terms of minutes, how to convert into minutes? For example, if they give 5 minutes, how to convert in terms of degree? Divided by what we need to do? Divided by 60. Right? 5 ones 5, which is nothing but 1 by 12 degree. Like that, minutes also you convert in terms of degrees. So then you will get properly in terms of degrees. So to convert this degrees into radians, 60 degree 30 minutes equal to pi by 180 into 121 by 2 you need to do. See, I think you understand. Based on this, I will give assignment problems. Those you need to do and submit. If you have any doubts, you can ask in WhatsApp group. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a nice day.